Hello everyone and welcome to Big Oggie Golf. Today was supposed to be perfect. According to my weather app, it was supposed to be beautiful. And this was the first opportunity that I've had so far to come to the new 9-hole par 3 course at Gwelanmor. Gwelanmor is just outside PORTREATH and it's also near Tahiti Golf Course. But it's unlike a course that any of you have probably ever played before. It's certainly not the usual par 3 course you're ever going to see. In fact, it's very, very different. It was opened a couple of weeks ago by Bernard Gallagher, and that day the weather was absolutely appalling, I have to say, so we're kind of slightly better than that, but not much. And it's part of Gwelanmor Holiday Resort. Gwelanmor is a 5-star resort. It's got great restaurant, it's got cafes, obviously wonderful accommodation. It's also got a fishing lake for people who want to come and fish. It's got a spa for people to come and relax and be pampered. It's got a wildlife centre. It's got a little climbing centre and a soft play centre for kids. So they decided that they wanted to create a golf course, but a golf course unlike any other. So it's a 9-hole course. It's a par 3, but it's a very, very tough par 3. And that's because each hole is either an exact or pretty close version of a famous golf hole from different courses all over the world. We've got courses such as St Andrews, Troon, Sawgrass, Carnoustie. So this is going to be really interesting. Now, this is the first hole. I drove up today from St Ives, not actually very far from me, and as I said, the weather app said it was going to be okay. However, we've got low cloud. I've had to have the headlights on most of the way here. Strong wind, which is going to get stronger, and possibly heavy rain later, although it's a bit drizzly and damp at the moment, but we're going to give it a try anyway. So we're going to play a few holes and see how we go. And when the weather is better, I'll come and play it again and you'll see it in all its glory. But let's start with the first hole. So this is a recreation of the 12th hole at Augusta. It's 155 yards, there are bunkers everywhere. Very dangerous, we've got a swirling wind, narrow green. Be lucky if I get anywhere near it. We'll give it a try anyway. Pretty good shot, but that's going to be short. We'll see where we end up. Okay, as I thought, I'm short. I'm about 25, maybe 30 yards short of the pin. And there's a pond in front of me. We've got bunkers at the back and bunker at the front. So we'll just try and get it on the green or near the green. And then we'll talk about the greens because they're a little bit different too. That's perfect. I'll take that any day of the week. Okay, so what's unusual about Gwelanmor and the famous 9 course? Well, apart from the fact that each hole is named after a famous golf hole around the world, they're also, as I said, recreations as much as possible. But you play off an artificial tee at the start and you play onto artificial greens. We have artificial fringe, which is slightly longer as always, and artificial grass to the actual green area. Now, I have no idea how fast greens like this are. In fact, I've never probably played on an artificial green in my life so far. But let's have a bit of a go anyway. I think I'm about 18 feet. Well, I can't complain with that, that's pretty good. They are pretty fast. Okay, so this for a 4. Good start to the day. 4 it is. Now, there are very few people in the world that ever say they've got a chance to play at Augusta, and I certainly doubt if I'll ever get a chance. But I've just played the 12th hole at Augusta. Have a little bit of imagination here. Let's have more fancy trees, beautiful sunshine, baking hot day, greens are fast, lots of crowd round. Okay, it was a 4, but hey, let's keep going. Okay, here we are at the second at Gwelanmor. The second at Gwelanmor is not the second anywhere. It's the 18th at Carnoustie. Now, if you've watched golf for a number of years, you remember the 1999 Open and Jean van der Velde, and he fell apart here. Now, the real hole is a par 4, this is the par 3, so this is basically the approach to the green at the 18th hole at Carnoustie. So we've got, from what I can see, a wall, bunkers on both sides, wall in front of me. Don't know what's the other side. Could be water, could be artificial, we'll find out. So, if I just check, will be a second. So it's really strange, it's like very spongy playing on this, but it's okay. So we'll take a 7 iron, 122 yards, see what goes. That's a bit low and bouncing, don't know where that's going to go. Think I may have just done a Jean van der Velde. We'll go and take a look. So yes, as I expected, I ended up in the water. Now I know this is supposed to be a faithful recreation of special holes, but I didn't really want to recreate 1999, so I'm not going to go fishing, I'm not going to go roll my trouser legs up and do all that. But yes, we end up in water here. So we'll just take it back to the, what I assume would be the drop area. I'm not sure if you can see much of me now, but we'll just try and pitch it onto the green from here. Up onto the top slope, that'll do nicely. Okay, so that was actually a pretty good pitch onto the green for me. Yes, we went in the water, so we'll call this our 4th. About 15 feet again. I'll leave the flag in this time just so you can see where I'm putting to. Greens have been pretty quick. This is slightly uphill and a slightly right to left from what I can see. I can't complain with that. Pop that one in. For a 5. Okay, the 3rd hole at Gwelanmor. Well, what can I say about the 3rd hole? The 3rd hole is a recreation of the approach of the 17th at St Andrews. So, you've got the famous bunker right in front of you. And in this recreation it's 133 yards, flag just over the top of the bunker. Now they've built, again, artificial tees and greens as with all the holes here. But the bunker is fascinating. What would be the usual riveted side, front side, is made of AstroTurf. So it's going to be interesting. Let's put a ball down and see what happens. So I'm going for a 6 iron. As I said, never played this course before. Never actually looked on the course before. So we'll see how things go today. Seems to be a ball up there already, but it certainly isn't mine, so I don't know where that's come from. I'm probably the first person on the course today. But, see how we go. Got good height, it's straight. Let's hope it's not in the bunker. Can't see it, and that's probably a good sign. Let's see where we ended up. That could be my best shot so far today. That'll have to do. That really's got to have to do. 60-degree wedge, not my favourite club, but hey, we're on the green. Okay, I'm about 36 feet from the hole, uphill and then a definite downhill near the edge of the hole. And I'm on the fringe, and it really is a proper fringe. Now you can hide your putter in the fringe, it's that deep. So we go. I'm never going to make it up the slope with the fringe as well. Our fringe does grip the ball quite well here, I have to say. Three putt for a 5. Oh well. Still, we keep going. And after the trials and tribulations I've had on this hole, when I've had to run back to the car, sort out new batteries, my mind wasn't really on that, I have to say. So, let's keep going, see what happens. Okay, this is the 5th hole at Gwelanmor. This is a recreation of the 16th hole at Augusta, Georgia, at the Masters. This one is 170 yards with water, a lot of water all the way down the front. Bunkers on right and left, bunkers at the back, a little bit safer on the right. Doesn't feel like Georgia weather, I have to say, but we'll see what we can do. Wind is howling right to left and kind of in my face, so I'm just going to try and play safe, really, I guess. Let's go to a 5-iron. And that should be okay. Try to play right away from the water. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take that. Not a day to be brave, not a day to go for that above the water today. As you can see, this is a beautiful hole, but deadly. Lots of water, lots of bunkers. So let's just see where we ended up. I played safe onto the right and made a fairly good distance, to be honest, with a 5-iron into the wind. Certainly the way I'm playing today. So hopefully the only danger I've got now is bunkers. So I'm up kind of there, and green is kind of there. That's all we can do. Okay, here we are at my second shot. So it was a 5-iron to here. Probably got about 125, 130 yards into the wind, but hey, it's safe. That's the important thing. We're going to do a pitching wedge, hopefully up to the green and not onto into the bunkers. That's a bit low and flat. Low and flat, missed the bunker, almost missed the green, but didn't go into the bunkers at the back, so we'll take that for now. Now, I've never been to Augusta, so I know nothing about Augusta greens except they're exceptionally fast and they have an amazing amount of twists and turns on them. This one is pretty fast and it has no exception about the twists and turns. There's a massive sweep this way and round. There's another one this way and down. There's one at the back and swoops down. So we're just gonna do our best. I think what I really like about this course is its toughness. It is actually a really tricky course. You've got to have some decent course management skills. There's lots of hazards, plenty of water, lots of bunkers. Obviously, you know, these are recreations of some of the toughest holes in the world. So we keep going, third shot. Try and keep it up, although we're off the edge of the green, so how far and how much control I'll get, I don't know. Down it comes, come on. Oh, I really thought my luck was in then, but that's okay. That's a tap in for a 4. Very good 4. So yeah, course management on this course is key. Unless you're, you know, really accurate and you can hit a ball decently. I do worry about some of the holidaymakers coming out here, but it's going to be a lot of fun anyway. We'll see what happens in the summer when the conditions are a little bit better too. So let's keep going.